tied to the Afghan war narcotics enterprise using Baghdad banks as clearinghouses, and the Baghdad banks are run by, guess who, J.P. Morgan, and NATO air bases as distribution locations, and New York money center banks as laundering sites, laundering their narcotics money. The Pentagon wishes to restore the rule of law, to imprison some in leadership positions, and to rebuild the nation. One must keep in mind that many good officers work in the CIA and wish to pursue information while taking strategic action in order to ensure security for the nation. The National Security Agency, through its Wall Street cohorts, exacts control of, the Wall Street cohort, plus all the bureaucracies, the Drug Enforcement Agency, USDA, FAA, FCC, you name it, SCC, CFTC, they're all controlled by organized crime syndicates of one stripe or another. So, he goes on to say, Wall Street cohorts exerts control of the legislative and ministerial office by means of bribery, coercion, violence. Bribery, coercion, violence, and smear taxes are all, organized crime tactics. They're very good at that. So, no, I don't know who these people are, what crime syndicates they belong to. If you want to get some idea, you just read Deep Capture. Now, Deep Capture is a very, very tedious read, because it's just an endless list of names and affiliations to various organized crime syndicates around the world. But it's all there. Yeah, deepcapture.com. And I stopped reading it because it was just, it's all like modern medicine, Everybody knows how to diagnose, but they don't know what the hell to do about it, except just give a lot of drugs. It's the same thing with this. It's like Dylan sang, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Right? You simply don't. You can tell that by just walking out the door. And so it's not a matter of, it's a matter of understanding why this is taking place, and it's a spiritual reason. And I've enumerated the one about the karmic relationships here, the karmic threads. But the fact of the matter is, the Pentagon, even if it did succeed in having a military takeover and did restore the Constitution and the rule of law, still the nation state would continue to break down because it's a diseased organism. That's the point. I'm trying to make, so getting to the threefold social organism, or the threefold commonwealth. Unless that's implemented, this thing will continue to deteriorate and break itself to pieces. And that's inevitable. So we have to get rid of the political system in this country as it is today. That's the goal. And but everybody believes in democracy, as if one vote, one person constitutes a democracy. It does not. It has nothing to do with democracy. It's just what is it called? What did I heard that referred to? The despotism of the vote. It's a 49% vote no and 51% vote yes. And so the 51% gets their way. Come on. Totally insane. And it's not a democracy. Right? So the two-party system, gone, finished. And that's how it has to be done. And it's going to happen. And as I said, is it going to happen through calamity or catastrophe, or is it going to happen through us taking things in hand conscientiously and consciously and starting to implement the threefold social commonwealth, the threefold commonwealth? That's the question. Because if the same system is kept, it's like what Christ said. You cannot put new wine into old wineskins. Now he said there were two possibilities that would occur as a result And actually there are three. You know, he said on the one hand, if you put new wine into old wineskins, the wine will turn rotten and become inedible, or the wineskin will smash. And the third possibility is that both will happen. So if you consider the political system today, the wineskin, and we want to introduce a new, radically different political, shall we say, arrangement, it can't be done with this old political wineskin. Can't be done. So it has to be gotten rid of. One way or another, it will be gotten rid of. Either through what you might call self-immolation, or by taking things in hand as conscientious, moral people. Okay, so, carrying on here. Sooner or later, the nation will realize that the internal battle is for control of the nation and for rescuing the nation from the fierce grip of a vast criminal organization that includes big banks, military contracts, large pharmaceutical firms, and news networks. The people must prevail, but the challenge is formidable, and the Earth's integrity has become at stake. And that's a true statement. But you see, the Pentagon, if there was going to be a military coup d'etat, that means we have a dictatorship, military dictatorship. So it's a banana republic. Right? So we have a banana republic. We're living in one right now. Snowden was not alone, and that's terrifying for the cabal. The decentralized group called Anonymous within the U.S. military is expanding in size, scope, and importance. The leaked stories are growing. So let's see how he finishes up here. Yeah, so that's it. Come on, there's got to be another page here. Maybe there isn't. Okay, maybe there isn't. I thought there was. It doesn't seem to be coming apart. All right, so that's Mr. Jim Willie. Oh, here it is. Yes, there are. The U.S. military has become, in many ways, a highly integrated, distributed center using technology. Meantime, the internet serves as a medium of communication that cannot be fully controlled. The armed forces servicemen and women are tech-savvy even on the battlefield. Numerous are the non-commissioned officers in the military. They have been eagerly sharing information as they slowly conclude that they are actually selling their souls to the syndicate, that is the organized crime cartel, or syndicates. So they are selling their souls to, what did he say here? To the supply chains are secured for the U.S. economy and its own U.S. military. They realize many secrets need to remain secrets, but other secrets must come out since they are basically kept in order to protect criminal elements. The movement Anonymous has influenced its extent deep into the bowels of the military industrial complex. Ultimately, the natural reaction is for the soul to seek goodness, which is very hard for any centralized pathological cabal to fight. The WikiLeaks, Snowden, security-based leaks, and the anonymous leaks are extensions of the people involved in coordinated counteractions. The Snowden files are the most awesome. Remember, probably 80% of the Snowden files have not been released yet. I was just reading an interview with Greenwald, who is the journalist chosen by Snowden to whom to give these documents, and he has all the documents, and of course he has them encrypted, he has them in various locations, where they, so if one is found